Welcome to the JWK show. We talk about crypto and we keep things short and concise. We have the former Solicitor General Paul Clement filing an ambiguous brief on behalf of the crypto industry and custodious banks appeal versus the Federal Reserve. And Clement is fresh off his victory in the overturning of the Chevron deference and in his brief raising the question of whether the Fed is violating Article 2 of the Constitution by allowing Fed presidents to make official decisions. We have the SEC stopping cryptocurrencies, going after crypto companies, Web3 companies, stopping the adoption of the crypto space. So finally, with the Supreme Court overturning the 40-year-old case that allowed federal regulators to enforce their interpretation of ambiguous laws, this makes it much more difficult for the SEC to pursue enforcement actions without clear application of legal and regulatory clarity for the crypto industry. So this means that the SEC can't randomly go after crypto companies such as Ripple. The SEC have been taking losses after losses, especially with XRP declared a non-security. Now we have from Vanik, we think that Gensler is a PSYOP holding back a Solana ETF because there is no existing futures market for Solana. Gensler has created that condition. So unless we have a futures market for Solana, we won't be getting a Solana ETF anytime soon. So we still have a long way to go.
No, there's some focus that there's no regulated futures market for Solana, and that might be holding back the ETF. We think that is a Gensler PSYOP. He has created that.
Every problem we see in crypto is because of Gary Gensler.
Condition since taking power, there are a number of ETFs that trade where the futures market is irrelevant to the price formation. I'm talking about shipping ETFs, uranium ETFs, power ETFs. So with the slight change in the regulatory environment in Washington, we think these will get approved.
We have Solana as a unregistered security.
But do you think if Biden wins in November, there's no way they get approved?
I wouldn't say no way. We could still have a new SEC chair even if Biden wins.
So it all depends on the SEC chair.
All right, well, there you have it.
Right, so we need a reformation to happen in the SEC to see a Solana ETF. We need a administration change and Gary Gensler to resign. And that being said, we could see Dan Gallagher, who served as an SEC commissioner during Barack Obama's 2-term as president, becoming the next possible SEC chair with the Trump administration. And right now, he is the chief legal officer at the investment platform Robinhood, working with cryptos. So if Dan Gallagher becomes the head of the SEC, that would be very bullish for cryptocurrencies, and we should see that Solana and XRP ETF next. And with the FIT21 bill passing the House with 71 Democratic votes, this is exactly the kind of regulatory framework for digital assets that former President Trump would support if he were re-elected. We have an update with the Coinbase versus SEC case, and that is Gary Gensler pressure to produce crypto regulation documents. We have Coinbase's legal team led by Chief Legal Officer Paul Giral accusing SEC Chair Gary Gensler of being a double agent in his regulation of the digital asset industry. In the recent court documents submitted to Judge Catherine Pokefela, Coinbase urged the court to compel the SEC and Gensler to produce relevant documents, including personal emails sent by Gensler before his tenure as chair and during his time as a professor at MIT. So we will see all of the corruption, fraud being exposed by Gary Gensler, forcing him to resign, a reformation happening to the SEC. This is very bullish for the crypto market. Now, taking a look at some documents revealed by Ripple, Ripple has 25 billion XRP for operations and profits. We have Ripple retaining 25% of their XRP to turn a profit and further fund its own operation. So this means with XRP having a supply of 100 billion XRP, a fixed supply, this means that XRP has 25 billion XRP to spend, which is approximately 12.5 billion. So Ripple, the company, can use 25 billion XRP for the Ripple versus SEC case for any penalty. So if Hypothetically, if they are forced to pay that $2 billion fine, Ripple can easily afford it, and the $75 billion XRP is to promote development, incentivizing market makers, gateways, and consumers to use its Ripple protocol. Essentially, 75 billion XRP tokens are up for funding further XRP ecosystem development. This is how Ripple makes their money. The company's sources of income include selling XRP, payment fees, profits from investments, and interest fees on loans. And the company periodically sells some of its XRP holdings to institutional investors and market participants. And these sales generate revenue for Ripple and help fund its operations. Guys, these are all normal practices for a company. The company needs some way to make money to fund its operations and to make their company successful. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.